Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayshawn and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Y'all already know I'm back with another freaking story time, okay? Today's story time is going to be about the time, y'all, that I went out on a date with a bum, y'all. He was a bum, let me tell y'all. Okay, before I hop into the story time, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. But you already know we about to get into it, period. All right, y'all, so let me tell y'all. Okay, so I'm sure everybody town or city or state or whatever has like a downtown area, okay? So where I'm from, I went downtown, me and my homegirls. We went downtown and it was like the summertime, so everybody's out, you know, walking around, mingling, seeing people partying, doing all that good stuff, right? I'm downtown with my homegirls and we just walking, you know, we walking around, we got our little drinks with us, we having a good time, right? Here comes this, I think it was like an F-150, like those big Ram trucks. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I don't really know my trucks like that or my cars, but I think it was like that big body Ram rolling on by, right? He come passing us by and he yelling at the window. So I'm just like, he ain't talking to me. You know, don't be yelling at the window for me. You better stop the car, get out and speak to me, okay? So he come yelling out the window and he was calling one of my homegirls' names. So I'm like, oh, bet, like, she know them her people. So she walked up to the car and, you know, I kind of stand back on the street because, you know, I don't know y'all like that. So I'm just chilling in the cut, you know. The guy that she knew was the driver. I don't even really need to give him no name because he's not even really important. So he had his friend in the passenger seat. I'm going to call him Chris. So my homegirl knew the driver. So she's talking to the driver. He like, what y'all about to do? Y'all should hop in. Mind you, it's 4 of us, right? So he like, y'all should hop in. We're going to ride around. We're going to have some fun. We're going to turn up, right? So homegirl like, y'all want to get in the car? So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm game. Like, we could ride around with them. Like, you know them. So it's legit. So we hop in the car with them, right? And I'm just chilling in the back seat. Well, it's only one row anyway. So all 4 of us in the back seat. And they listen to music and we kicking it, we talking, we having a good time, right? So Chris was like kind of looking at me and stuff. So I'm all looking over here because I'm just like, you know, I be in my own world sometimes. Sometimes I don't even be peeping that people be like want to talk to me because I don't be paying no mind because, you know. But he looking at me, so homegirl that knew the driver tapped me like, yeah, you know, Chris trying to get your attention, because it literally was like by the door. So like I'm looking out the window, like I'm listening to the music, but I'm looking out the window. So I guess he tried to say something to me, but the music was loud, so you know, how I'm supposed to hear you? So she tapped me like, yeah, Chris trying to talk to you. So I look up, I'm like, yes. And he tapped the driver and he said something I couldn't really hear, but they pulled over. So I'm like, oh hell no, hold on. What's about to happen? What y'all trying to do? Y'all trying to kill us? So no, but he pulled over and he was like, let's switch seats, y'all. So my homegirl who knew the driver hopped in a passenger seat and he came in the back with us. But you know, I scooted over so he can get in by the door. So he get in and he like, yeah, like trying to talk to me in the back. He like, what's up with you? And he was a decent looking boy. Like he had his little buffs on. If y'all don't know what that is, like Cartiers, you know, from where I'm from, people wear their little buffs. They got their little Cartiers on. So that's what he had on, right? So he got his little glasses on, so he probably thinking he doing a damn thing and he looking all good and stuff. But I'm just like, he was cute though. He was a decent looking light skinned boy. He fresh to death, you know. He got his Jordans on. He got his little matching outfit to go with it. He got a little Gucci belt on and stuff. So he thinking he doing the thing, okay? He came downtown ready to meet some people, all right? So we in the back talking and we chopping it up. Mind you, we've been drinking and stuff. So like it's getting lit. We having fun. We laughing. Like it was a whole good vibe the whole night, right? We spend the rest of the night with them, riding around with them and kicking it with them. Then we got something to eat, all that good stuff, right? So before we leave, you know, like I'm hopping out the car because we going back to our car, and Chris like, he like, is you coming home with me or what? And I'm like, no. I'm like, boy, no. He like, no, not like that. But like, you know, we had a real good vibe. Like, it was only like 12. So he like, you know, I'm trying to see like, we can continue our night like this. Like, we could just kick it. He like, I'm not on no other stuff. And I was like, oh no, you know, I feel you, but no. No, I'm going home. He's like, okay, well, give me your number. I'm gonna hit you up, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna do breakfast in the morning, all this good stuff. So I'm like, okay. I give him my number. We've been texting, we've been talking. It's been all good vibes, you know. So we kicking it, and like when we be talking, and I be asking like, what you doing? He's saying all this little bougie stuff, I guess. He like, yeah, I'm at Ruth Chris right now, you know. I done just bought everything. I took my mama out to eat, and my sisters, and you know, I just treated them to lunch or whatever. So I'm like, oh, that's what's up. So, you know, he said all those good things about dinner and buying all this expensive stuff, and he like, yeah. So I was like, you know, I didn't even ask him, y'all, but he like, yeah, you know, I got a Corvette. And I'm like, you got a Corvette? Okay, so I could tell he one of those type that want to impress somebody and just super materialistic, and I'm not really like that, so I'm just listening to everything he's saying. So he like, I got a Corvette, but sometimes I be putting it up, you know, I bring it out in the summer depending on where I'm going, because you know people be out here trying to steal cars, so I only bring it out every blue moon or whatever. So I'm like, okay. He like, yeah, but I got 3 cars, so you know, I just rotate them, you know, I switch them up. I'm like, all right. Anyways, the next day he like, yeah, I'm at he like, yeah, I'm at J. Alexander's. And if you don't know all these restaurants, basically they're just upscale, high class restaurants that, you know, it's not no Applebee's, it's not no Chili's, it's not like that. They're just a restaurant where you're gonna spend a nice little coin at. So he like, yeah, I'm here, I'm at J. Alexander's, you know, I'm ordering everything, I got a taste for everything. So I'm just like, okay. So then the next time we would talk, he like, yeah, I'm at Somerset, I'm cashing out, da 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 da. So I'm just like, okay, now every time we talk, you got something to say about something that involves you spending a lot of money and just trying to be bougie. So I'm like, okay. He like, yeah, I gotta take you here one day. I'm like, baby, calm down, okay? Every place that you name, I've been before, but okay. But he's like, yeah, I'm gonna take you out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, bet. So like I said, we was talking for a couple weeks, and like every time we would talk, he would find some way to mention something that's bougie. Something, oh, he just spent the money, he just got himself a new belt, $1,000 shoes, here, there. Okay, so I'm just like, cause I'm like, you don't even got no conversation for real. All you keep talking about is stuff that involves you spending money. Like, boy, do you not have anything else to talk about? So I'm just like, whatever. So he invited me over his house one day, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna go on a date, I'm gonna take you to get something to eat, like, you should come over, pull up on me or whatever. So I'm like, okay. Mind y'all. When I asked him, when we first started talking, I'm like, you know, how old are you? You got kids? You know, those are my little staple questions. So he's 29 years old. Well, he was at the time. He was 29 years old. He didn't have no kids. So I'm like, okay, bet. So I'm like, where you work at? He told me where he worked at. Now, the job that he worked at is a place that he makes good money. Like, you know, I know that place to make good money, right? So he said the place, and I'm like, okay, you got, you know, you basically a single man. You don't have no kids. You got a good job. Like, okay, like you living that life. Y'all, so he like, yeah, you should come over this day, whatever, we're gonna go out to eat, like we're gonna have a good time, blah blah blah. Okay, bet. So I'm like, you know what, let me strap up, okay, let me get my stuff just in case, you never know. So I'm going over there, you know, I'm precautious, and I go over there, and like I pull up to his house. So, you know, I bring my little whole bag, because I'm like, you know, I might spend a night. You got to see how the night going, you know, because mind you, we've been kicking it for like a couple months at this point, and like we still only met that one time. So I bring my little hoe bag, because not that I'm about to be a hoe, but you know, I'm like, I might spend a night, I might fill up the vibes, we might have a good energy, you know, we might have to cuddle later, I don't know. So I bring my little bag, and I'm like, okay, cool, let's see, we're gonna see what the night giving, right? I pull up to his house, and I text him, like, you know, because you need to come get me out the car, because I'm not about to walk up to your door. So I text him, and I'm looking like, I'm looking at his house, and I'm like, But okay, I ain't gonna judge him. I'm not gonna judge him. I'm looking at the cars outside, and I'm like, these cars don't look like no Corvettes. These cars don't look like nothing expensive. Okay, because he had a little I don't even know what he had, y'all. It just was a hoopty, okay? If you don't know what a hoopty is, it's basically just like a little raggedy car, okay? A little thrown together car. But you know, like I said, I'm not trying to be judgmental. It's just that if you're going to set the bar up here, you got to come through. You set that bar, not me. I didn't set the bar for you. You set the bar for yourself. So you got to come through. So y'all, I'm like, okay. So I'm like, yeah, I text him like, Chris, I'm outside, blah, blah, blah. So mind you, I already caught my sister because anytime, well, sure, they have my location, but anytime I'm going somewhere like, you know, for the first time, I be letting her know. That way, if I ever call her on some other stuff, she already peeped the scenery. You know, she already know what's going on. So I call her like, yeah, I'm about to go meet this boy Chris for the first time, blah, 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 you know. So I text Chris, I'm like, yeah, I'm outside. He come outside and get me, right? He get in my car. And he just smells like fish. Just fish, like fried fish. So I'm like, okay, you must be in there cooking fish, but why would you be doing that? Because you said we about to go out to dinner, so I'm ready to go out to dinner. Okay, so he like, yeah, come here for a minute. So I'm like, okay. Y'all, I go into his house. He got baby kids running around. Y'all, he got about 3 or 4 kids running around. I'm not saying that they his. There's 3 or 4 kids running around. He got grandma over there on the couch. She sleep, slobbing, hair everywhere. Okay, that's grandma though, so it's okay. He got somebody else in the kitchen. They just looking a mess in here, okay? I ain't gonna hold y'all. They looking crazy in here. And I'm looking like, wait a minute. I thought you lived by yourself. Like, where's all these people coming from? So he like, yeah, come back here to my room. I'm walking past through the living room. I'm walking. I wish y'all could see the way I'm walking. I'm like tiptoeing. Like, not even tiptoe. I'm literally like stepping over stuff, y'all. Literally stepping over stuff. It's shit everywhere in the living room. Toys, diapers on the floor. It's plates and stuff, so they must have just ate. It's plates everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck? That's why you smell like fish. They all in here frying fish and fries, which I ain't on no fish. You know, I love me some fried catfish. But I'm just saying, you know, fish got that smell. It lingers on you. So I'm like, that's why you smell like fish. So I'm like, okay, well, we need to hurry up and leave out because I don't want that to get on my clothes. We got to go out to dinner. Y'all, we go in his room. And I'm looking around like, what the fuck is this? Y'all, what are those beds called? I'm gonna have to insert a picture. Y'all know those beds? They're like twin size beds, but like, I gotta just insert a picture. Like, I'm gonna insert a picture. Okay, so the picture is up by now. He had one of those beds, right? So I'm looking like, boo, I'm 5'6". He was like 6'2". He was so tall, y'all. He was tall. So I'm looking like, you on this little bitty ass bed. I'm just like panning the room, y'all. I'm looking and I'm like, he got his window blinds is dirty. They broke it up. They dusty, like he ain't cleaned them in since he moved in his house. Y'all, I'm going to his closet. His door is hanging off his closet, okay? Door hanging off. Clothes everywhere, just on the floor. Like it's a hole in the wall. Like, it's a hole in his closet wall, y'all. So I'm just panning. His dresser drawers are just like, 2 of them are missing, but 1 is in the spot where 2 should be, and it's like tilted over. The drawer knives is hanging off. It's nothing really in there but like papers and trash, and I'm seeing chip bags and all types of like Arizona cans and stuff. It's just shit in there. So I'm just looking like, what the fuck? And I just keep panning. And over here, y'all, to my left, it's
this huge pile
of Jordans. I mean, Jordan collection through the roof, okay? A good at least 100 pair of fresh Jordans, Nikes, all the different types of shoes, just iced out, fresh to death, looking good in a corner. I'm sitting there just looking like, And mind you, I come in, cause he shut his door behind me. You know, you shut the door, but that boy come back open a little bit, like it don't close all the way. That was his freaking door. And he had a shoestring tied against it and a nail on the wall next to the door that I guess if he want his privacy, he would tie the shoestring against the nail to keep it closed all the way. Y'all, I cannot make this shit up, y'all. So I'm just sitting here. So while I'm panning the room, he tying the shoestring up on the door. So I ain't even paying attention. I'm like, what the fuck? I turn around like, what are you doing? So he tying his little shoestring up. I'm looking like, bro, this your room? So I'm looking like you got your blinds is dusty. Your hair is uneven. You're not that cute. So no.
Cause you're not that cute. And your hair is uneven. You look dusty.
I'm sitting here thinking like, so your little blinds is messed up. They're dusty. Your dresser is hanging off like there's nothing in it. You got trash all over your room and on your floor. Like, you invited me over here. You knew I was coming over here. You could have tidied up just a tad bit. You got all this junk and mess. But over in the corner, as long as your shoe game is fresh, I guess you good. I'm sitting here thinking like, your priorities is all fucked up. Like, you in this dirty room, but you making sure your shoe game is on point. Like, you making sure you got the latest Jordans, Nikes, all of that. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm like, oh, I'm like, they live with you? He like, yeah, like them, you know that my sister live here, and them her 3 kids, and my mama and my grandma and my uncle, you know, they stay here. You couldn't have told me that before I came over here. I'm just saying, can I just like have a fair warning about all these people gonna be here? I'm just saying. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I thought we was going out to eat, so I thought I was just coming in for a minute and we was gonna go out to eat. He like, hold on. He at the door, untying his little shoestring. Untying his shoestring, and he leave out, and he come back in. Y'all, this man come back in like this, holding 2 plates with fish and fries on it. And guess what? He said, what you want? You want hot sauce or you want tartar sauce? You want hot sauce or you want tartar sauce? No, I want to go to a real restaurant. Because you was living it up. You was spending big coins. You said we was going out to dinner. You didn't say you was bringing dinner to me. What's up? Y'all, first of all, how you even know I eat fish? Like, I could have been allergic to fish. You didn't even ask me if I eat fish. You just gonna bring me the fish, right? Okay. I said, baby, wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. I said, so we're not going out to dinner? He like, I thought we could just, it would be a little bit better if we just ate dinner here. I'm like, well, why you didn't go over there with me? Like, he like, well, I thought it was going to be a surprise. Baby, your whole room is a surprise. You're a fucking surprise, okay? This bed is a surprise. That dirt on your wall is a surprise. The shoelace on your door is a surprise. Baby, this fish dinner is not a surprise, okay? It is not. Y'all, I'm sitting here thinking like, this ain't how you surprise nobody. You don't say we going to dinner and then surprise me with a fish dinner. Y'all, my life. What I do to deserve this? What's going on? What's the tea? Y'all, I'm like, I don't want this plate, sir. Like, I don't want you. I'm like, I'm good. He like, oh, okay. Y'all, he didn't waste no time. He said, oh, okay, but he takes, my bad. I said, I don't want this fish, y'all. He takes his finger and pick my fish up off my plate and put it on his. Sir. So you don't want the fries? Like, you gonna leave me with the fries? I said, I took the plate and I dumped it. I said, you can have it all. Like, damn. Y'all, he sat next to me and he just going into town, eating this food, and I'm sitting there looking dumb. Mind you, I'm all dressed kind of cute because you talking about you Ruth Chris and Jay Alexander and it up. So I just know we about to go somewhere cute. So I'm dressed looking good, and I'm sitting here in the hood on your twin size bed at your mama house. Boy, you live with your mama don't live with you. At your mama house, sitting on this dirty bed while you eating fish next to me. What happened to the date? This the date. What's up? Y'all, he ate his food, right? And I'm just sitting there looking like, okay, when is the right time to go? He eating his food, and he like, oh wait, you ain't even hug me. Come here. He gets up. Mind you, he eating with his hands, okay? He get up, y'all, and he grabs me, and he just like hugs me, and I'm like, oh my God. Y'all, I'm like, first of all, get off me. Get off me. He's like, give me a kiss. Like, no. I had to literally stop him. Oh, baby, can't do that. Negative. It's a no. No. I'm like, I'm like, you eating, so you know, do your thing first. I'm good, okay? So it's getting later and later and later. So I'm just sitting there like, okay. So I'm like, I'm just asking questions. I'm like, where your Corvette? Where are these cars you got? He's like, oh no, yeah, they at my brother's house right now. Like, I be having it over his house because he live in a better neighborhood. You know, I don't want them to get stolen. So I'm just sitting there like, okay. He like, but I got that Grand Prix out there. And he like, actually, is you gonna spend the night? And I was like, well, I don't really know. He's like, good, because like, I need you to take me to work in the morning. Some ain't adding up. I don't know. But listen, I said, wait, what? He told me something, yeah, like, I said, you just said that Grand Prix was yours. I thought he's like, oh yeah, the battery died. I need somebody to give me a jump. Mine is just blown. I said, so you don't got your other cars. The car you do have here is dead, and you need somebody to give you a jump. So I said, I'll give you a jump. I won't go give him a jump, y'all, but I want to see. He like, no, like, you could just take me to work in the morning. So I already knew, like, I could not spend the night because you think I'm taking you to work in the morning, and I'm just not, baby. So I'm just like, sir, what's up? No. So he eat his food. He like, okay. He like, hold on, let me go take this in the kitchen. Give me something to drink. And I'm in there going nuts. I'm texting people like, y'all gotta call me, say that y'all need me. Y'all gotta get me up out this situation. Like, this is crazy. Da da da. He come back in and he jumped in the bed. He just dives into the bed. He grabs me like, come on, we about to watch a movie. He was like, oh shoot, wait a minute, I forgot to tie my shoestring up. Yeah, I gotta stop playing. I gotta stop laughing. He said he forgot to tie his shoestring up, so he had to get back up. He was like a little kid, a 30-year-old kid. He rolls out of the bed. You know when you roll like with your hand? He rolls out of the bed and he get up and he tying a little shoestring. He was like, I'm gonna put 2 knots in now. Yeah, he tied that shoestring up. Don't ask me why I didn't leave yet. I don't know. I was still stuck there just thinking like of my escape plan, okay? Oh, Lord, y'all. So he lay down. He like, let's watch a movie or whatever. He put on a movie. So I'm just sitting there like, where's all this stuff that you act like you had, but you in here living like a bum? I mean, y'all, like trash literally on the floor. I'm talking about, it was a milk bottle. It was like the small ones that you can kind of like grab from the gas station. It was a milk bottle on the floor. He had chip bags. He had like, you could tell he had food from like previous days, like White Castles and all of that. The bag was just rolled up on the floor. It just was clothes everywhere. Y'all, I'm like, oh, this is not gonna work. So I leaned back in his bed because he's like, come on, get underneath the covers. But he takes his cover down and he about to grab on his pillow so we can lean back on it. The pillow don't have no pillowcase on it. It's literally stains. You can see the dirt and piss stains. I don't really know if it's pee, but it looked like it. It's stains all on the pillow. You don't got no pillowcase and you talking about lay down. On what? What you want me to lay down? He He like, come on, y'all. I'm in there like this. I'm in there about to cry, like, why am I going through this? I was sitting up and I just had my back, like, you know, against the wall. And he like, what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing. He like, come here. He kissing, trying to kiss all of me and stuff. I'm like, listen, sir. You know what? I forgot I left a pot in the oven back at the crib. So I don't really want my place to burn down. So I gotta really roll up out of here, you know? Sitting here leaned up against the wall. I'm literally watching this spider crawl down. You know when they crawl directly from the ceiling, like down their web? The spider is literally crawling down the web in front of the TV. Because mind you, the lights is off now. So he did have a big TV in there. So the room is kind of lit up because the room's so small. The spider is crawling down the web in front of the TV. I see it. So I know he see it. He's sitting there like this. Sitting next to me like this. So I'm looking at him like, I know you see this spider. Like, I know you see this spider. You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna kill it. You're not gonna. At least can you move it out our way? Like, can you? What's up? The spider just crawled on down. He don't care. He's sitting there. He used to this. Okay, he used to this. This nothing to him. So I'm just sitting there like, okay, I'm watching the spider crawl down. So I'm just like, okay. Bed. So I moved my feet because my feet was still kind of on the floor because it's a twin size bed. It ain't that big. So I moved my feet up to the bed because I'm like, okay, got little spiders crawling around here. I ain't got time. Y'all, hold on. It gets better. It gets better. I'm just sitting there looking around because now I'm seeing, I see the little spider. So I'm like, okay, everybody probably got a little spider or two in their house. So I just get something just told me just to look around. I'm looking around. You have bugs on your wall. I said, hey Chris, that's not a spider right there. That's a roach. Am I? Did you want me to kill it, or it's your roach? So I don't want to be rude and kill your roach. Like, that's your roach. So I don't know if it's like proper etiquette to kill somebody else's roach, but if I see the roach, should I kill it for him? I didn't know. So I'm like, Chris, it's a roach right there. Did you want me to get it, or you want to take care of that, or what? He like, where? I'm like, right there. Right there. He like, it ain't even moving. That's why you can go kill it, sir. It's not going anywhere. So go and kill it. Y'all, he did not want to kill that roach. That roach was his friend. He must live there because he did not want to kill that roach. So I said, you know what? I'm on the slide, text my sister, like, call me, say you need me to come pick you up because I got to get up out of here, baby. Okay, Chris. I said, let me tell you something. Where's all this money you say you got? He like, what you mean? I do got money. Like, I said, well, like, why do you need a ride to work? He like, what the fuck? I just told you, like, I need a new battery. Okay, well, you been knew you need a new battery. So I'm like, well, why did you tell me to pull up over here and we was gonna go to dinner? And he was like, he like, I can't do nothing special for you. Like, I thought cooking would have been better for you. I said, well, first of all, you needed to tell me that. Like, you said we was gonna go out to eat. So that's what I expected. You asked me out on a date to dinner. You told me to pull up so we can go together. You don't have a car. If we was never going, you never made reservations. Like, I'm almost 100% sure that you never made the reservations. He like, I just thought, he like, wow. He like, that's crazy that you really acting like that. Most girls would appreciate this. I am sorry. I am not most girls, baby. Because I don't appreciate none of this. None of what you got going on, I appreciate. I said, well, you know what? He grabbed my little purse. If you don't mind untying your shoestrings so I can get up out of here, because it's about that time. He untied his shoestring. He didn't let me out the door. I'm like, okay, bye. Y'all, I get in my car. I lock my door. I'm gone. This is a date from hell. When did I go on a date? First of all, let's talk about priorities. You got hundreds of pairs of Jordans and shoes, but you don't got no car. Your room look a mess. You look dirty. Like, you are being a bum. Like, what is going on? They say never judge a book by a cover, okay? It goes both ways. Because here you are around downtown in the F-150, buffed up. You got your buffs on. You got your nice Gucci belt. All of this, you looking good. And he was smelling good too. Like, he had his cologne on. All of that. Like, I look at all of that stuff. And here I am thinking, like, okay, you almost 30. You don't got no kids. You talking about you got Corvettes and all that. Not that I was even impressed by, like, the cars and all that. It's just that you was out to dinner. You at the mall, dropping bags and stuff, and you got all these different cars, and I come to your house and this is the way you live in. Like, you didn't think for 1 second to be like, dang, the stuff that I was telling her don't add up to the way that I'm living. Let me not invite her over. Like, why would you invite me over to the house and you knew it looked like that? You knew you had roaches. I feel so disrespected. Like, it's an insult that you think I would be okay with being in a house that got roaches. So mind you, I'm talking my shit, right? Because I done been through a traumatic experience. So I'm on Snapchat running my mouth. So before I run my mouth, I remove him as a friend, y'all. I'm talking my shit about him. I'm giving a whole rundown. Like, these dudes can be dressed fresh and they really could be bums at home. They don't even care about their appearance. They don't care about their priorities is messed up because you ain't got no car. You ain't living by yourself at 30 years old. And not that it's even something wrong with that, but I'm just saying, like, look how your room looking. It's dirty. It's trash everywhere. But you make sure you got on some fresh shoes. Like, where your priorities at? What's up? So I'm running my mouth on Snapchat, y'all. He writes me. And he like, what the fuck? He like, who you talking about? Me? So I go to his Snap, y'all. I done removed the wrong person. The wrong Chris. Because it was 2 boys that had his name. I done removed the wrong Chris. So he done watched all my snaps about him. So at this point, I'm like, what's up? Like, I said what I said. You know, it is what it is. And I just had to let him know, like, listen, you didn't tell me you was dirty. Like, that's not fair. Like, I feel like if you a bum and you dirty and you got roaches, you need to let me know that before I come over. Like, I let you know about me. So what's up? Like, why you didn't let me know that that's how you was living? So he like, I mean, what's the problem? I said, oh, it's no problem. I had to remove him. It's no problem because you don't see the problem because that's how you live. You didn't even want to kill your roach. So that's how you living. So you're not going to see a problem. Okay, cool. I removed him, y'all. I removed him. I didn't even think to, like, delete his number because I'm sitting here in my mind thinking, like, in his mind, I didn't talk shit about him on Snapchat. I'd have basically called him a bum and said he was dirty. He not gonna hit me up no more, y'all. Because I never had his number saved for real. Like, I just knew his number when he called or when he texted me. Y'all, this boy, 2 weeks later, he called me. And I'm like, hello? And, because I didn't pay attention to the number no more. I'm like, hello? He like, what's up, baby? I'm like, baby? Who's calling me baby? He like, yeah, this Chris. I said, click. I hung up, y'all. I hang up the phone. Like, I didn't went in on you on Snapchat. You still calling me? I think he a little slow. I think he was. Y'all, I hung up and, like, this boy did not care. He texted me like, why you hang up? I was trying to see what you was on tonight. Not on you. Nothing to do with you. Why do you care? I said, listen, I'm about to block you, okay? I'm sorry. Because I'm sure you a good dude. I'm sure, like, he wasn't mean or nothing to me, but why you living like that? And why now I feel like you're a liar because you done lied about all this stuff and you don't got it. So you gotta go, baby. You gotta go. I'm sorry, Chris. You got to go, okay? You gotta go back downtown. You gotta find somebody else to finesse with your lies because it ain't me. I blocked him, y'all, and I ain't heard from him since. I said, you know what? I thought we was going on a date. I should have just met you at the restaurant. I should have told you I was on my way to the restaurant. I would have been feeding myself, y'all, because he wouldn't have showed up because he ain't got no car. Like, why was you lying to me like that? I'm so hurt that, like, I thought I was about to give me a nice steak and you bringing me out fish. Oh, listen, my life, it be in shambles sometimes, okay? It do. But we gonna get it together. We gonna get it together out here, okay? We gonna pull through. But yes, y'all, that was about the time that I basically went on a date with a bum. Did I even go on a date? Was that still a date? No, because we went to his mom's house. So moral of the story, y'all, you never know with these people. You just never know. They can look like a bum but live lavish. They can look good but live like a bum. Like, you just don't even know, y'all. I say, you know what? Anybody house I'm going over, y'all gotta FaceTime me. You gotta FaceTime me. I need you to flip the camera. You gotta show me your surroundings. I need to see what's going on over there, because you not about to. I can't do it no more, y'all. I can't live that life no more. You gotta show me what you're working with. You gotta show me the tea and show me what's going on with your house. So those are my standards now. Flip that camera around. Let me look. Let me see what you got going on. Yeah, move that door. What's up? Do your open and close your door? Do your door open and close, sir? Because you're not going to be tying me up in no room with no shoestring no more, okay? What if a fire happened? What if I got to run out? I got to untie the knot and stuff. What's going on? Yeah. This is my life. That's my life, y'all. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. And as always, make sure you check out the rest of my videos on my channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share all my videos. But until next time. Peace.